Hi there. Today we're talking about shoulder strength and flexibility and what happens when, for instance, if you're laying on your back, if your shoulder blades don't lay on the floor. Like maybe you're stuck in this rounded position here and you're really struggling to get your posture and alignment back together. I'm telling you it matters because that alignment will change everything for you, and it's really important that we take care of that. So we're going to work on some strength and flexibility today for the shoulder. Just know that it's a process for everybody. So take your time doing these and just start to notice the change when you lay on your back, how much closer your shoulder blades can get to the floor, whether you can lengthen your neck and get your head over your shoulders, okay? I'm using one of these little resistance loops today, as I use a lot with shoulders, and you're just going to put it around your wrist first. You're going to stand in your best alignment. So draw the shoulders down and back, scoop the navel up and in, and press up through the back top of the head. So this is proper alignment. You might be stuck today, but you're trying to pull as much as you can to get that head over the shoulder and the shoulder over the ribs and the ribs over the hips. Just lift and lower. When you lift, here's what I want you to notice. Just the range of motion that your shoulder allows. In other words, you're not doing this to try to get your hands up higher. I want you to keep the alignment we just talked about and just work through whatever you can do for your shoulders today. We're getting it nice and warm. Press sort of out with your hands to add a little resistance for that shoulder. And then I want you to hold it up. And then I want you to press the shoulders down away from your ears, scoop your navel up and in, and press your hands out and release, and out and release. Now again, if you're stuck, you might be here, okay? But do the best that you can with your strength today, with your flexibility today. Find where you are, and then release. Now bring it all the way down. Do the same thing behind you. For wherever you are in your fitness today, this loop might be different. You might actually need to use something longer or a towel. Your hands might not be inside the loop yet. Just know that, and that's okay. Grab whatever you can grab so that your hands can be holding or looped in something. Press the shoulders down and back, and then lift and lower. Now again, if you're stuck here today, your lift and lower might be right here, and that's okay. Do what you can do, lift and lower, press sort of out into that band with the hands, and try to squeeze the shoulders down, back, and toward the spine. So we don't want to shrug, but keep the shoulders down and back. Now hold wherever you can hold. It might be right against your hips, might be back a little bit, and just press out, press out. Pull the ribs in to make sure that your ribs are not forward. Pull the ribs in so that they're over your hips. Pull the tummy muscles up and in. Press up through the back top of your head, and then release. Okay. Now I'm going to have you lay on your tummy for a moment. I'm going to adjust this so you can see more of what I'm doing. Lay on your tummy and stretch your arms out. So this position might be uncomfortable for you right now. I want you to put something under your forehead just so that you have a little bit of help. So I use my fist. You might need something bigger. So a block or a rolled up towel or whatever, but put one fist under your head and then reach the opposite arm all the way out. Press the shoulders down, back, and away from your ears, and without rotating your body, just lift your arm and lower. Lift and lower. So that might be that it's not lifting or it's trying to and it's not, and that's okay. You do wherever you are today. We're strengthening the shoulder girdle. And then switch. So the other side, reach that arm out, lift and lower. Tummy pulls away from the mat all the time. Make sure that you're not pressing your ribs and your tummy into the floor. And if laying on your tummy is super uncomfortable, then you're mimicking this position from your bed or even sitting up if you need to. So from seated, it would be focusing on pressing one arm back at a time. The reason I use the floor for a guide is because when we sit up, we tend to want to turn, and the floor holds us a little more steady, or at least we can tell when we're trying to turn from our spine, right? Okay, and then we need to work a little more on flexibility. And so from this position, I want you to just bring your elbows right next to your shoulders, and you're going to bring the backs of your hands up, and then you're going to bring the palms of your hands down. And the backs of your hands up and the palms of your hands down. Take a look at where your hands go. Let's just kind of see. So they might be going back quite a ways, or your range of motion might be right here. That's fine. What I don't want you to do is to try to roll your shoulders forward and back to try to get your hands to go farther. Keep your shoulders locked into position, because this is just pressing against that boundary that you have, seeing where it is and just loosening it as much as possible today. Okay, then I'm going to have you lay on your back. If your head is forward, put something under your head for a little bit of help with your neck. Try to see where your shoulders are on the floor today. They might be all the way down, or like we've discussed, they might be popped up. Do the best you can to get the shoulder blades flat on the ground. Get your ribs down, your hips down, and your lower back down. Scoop your belly up and in. Now turn your palms so that they face up, shoulder blades down as much as possible, and start making half of a snow angel. See where that goes for you, keeping the ribs and the back and the shoulders on the floor. So in other words, I don't want you popping up here so that you can reach farther. I want everything kissing the floor and the tummy down and in. I want the entire arm and the back of the hand on the floor all the way up and all the way down. That's just for some added flexibility. See where that boundary is, press into it, and then come back down. Last one, turn your palms down, then lift the hands up over the head. Keep everything against the floor. Keep everything against the floor. See where that is for you. Reach the arms and come all the way back down. So again, we don't want to pop and lift the back or the ribs. We want to keep the ribs tucked down, the tummy tucked down, the hips against the floor, and just try to ease into wherever that is for you. If you work on the shoulder strength every other day and the shoulder flexibility every day, you're going to start to see a change. Do your very best to be in proper alignment all day long, not just when you're exercising, because that's going to make the biggest difference of all. Let me know if you have any questions about your shoulder strength and flexibility, and join me for a class sometime.